whiskers is the exercise we use to stimulate the rooting reflex. We can stimulate this reflex two ways. The first is to have your student chewing an all-natural spearmint gum. It is our preference for brain balance. The next way to stimulate this reflex is by using the pad of your index finger, going from the outside of your cheek, stroking inward, doing multiple strokes on each side of the face. The benefit of doing this exercise is to drive forward the maturity of the mouth. This will help with things like speech and articulation and can lessen oral cravings, which would be things like chewing on fingernails. The palmar grasp reflex has two separate exercises. The first part of this exercise is the palmar grasp portion. For this portion, the student's going to hold a ball or a squeezy object in the palm of their hand. They're going to wrap their hand and fingers around that ball and squeeze, and then relax, opening that hand. The student will repeat this 25 times and then do the same thing on the opposite hand. The second part of this exercise is the finger game. For the finger game, the student's going to take their thumb and tap their pointer finger, middle finger, ring finger, and pinky finger, and repeat this exercise again 25 times on both hands. The benefit of this exercise is to drive forward the maturity of fine motor. Fine motor helps us with everyday tasks like handwriting, button zippers, and even doing things like cooking in the kitchen. The Landau reflex is stimulated at home through the Superman exercise. For the Superman exercise, we're going to have your student lay face down on the ground with their arms extended in front of them and their feet together behind them on the ground. So their body will be in one nice, long, straight, extended line. For the exercise, the child's going to raise their arms and shoulders up off the ground and then relax back down, repeating this several times. While doing this exercise, be sure to remind your student to keep their feet on the floor. We want to see that the child can separate upper body from lower body movement. So we want the torso and arms coming up off the ground and the feet staying down. The benefits of doing this exercise are to drive forward smooth, coordinated lower body movements to help your child through everyday movements. This exercise is also going to help to start to build healthy muscle tone. The spinal galant reflex is stimulated by using the snow angel exercise. This exercise looks exactly how it sounds. We're going to have the student laying on their back, feet together, arms down by their sides. Then they're going to bring arms and legs up and out, extending hands up above their head, and then bringing arms and legs back down together at their sides. I recommend having the student do deep breathing while they're doing this exercise to a 3 count to keep the moves slow and controlled and smooth. So up, 2, 3, down, 2, 3. The benefits of doing the spinal galant exercise is to help with things like concentration and focus for a child. It can reduce how fidgety a child is while sitting in a chair. This exercise can also help to enhance concentration, focus, posture, as well as digestion. The asymmetrical tonic neck reflex is stimulated by using the lizard crawl exercise. This is both of my kids' favorite exercise to do at home. For this exercise, we're going to have the student laying on their stomach on the floor. They're going to turn their head, arm, and leg to the right. The arm and leg will both be at about a 90-degree angle. Then they're going to switch and turn everything to the left. So this is really a one-sided body movement where everything goes to the right and then everything goes to the left and then everything will go back to the right again. The benefits of this exercise are improving things like hand-eye coordination, copying notes from the blackboard to your paper, as well as enhancing physical coordination and athleticism. The second exercise we'll be doing today for the asymmetrical tonic neck reflex is the reverse lizard. This is the more advanced version of the exercise, and you'll be transitioning to this exercise during the second half of your program. Your center will let you know when to stop doing lizard and to start doing reverse lizard as the more advanced version. The reverse lizard does take some coordination. I encourage you to get down and try it with your child as well. It's good for all of our brains to stimulate and move. For the reverse lizard exercise, the child again is going to be laying on their stomach on the floor. They're going to turn the head to the right and raise their right arm above the head. Left arm is going to be back behind their back and left leg is flexed. So arm and head go to one side, leg and opposite arm to the other. And then you're going to switch sides. So you'll switch to left head and hand above the head and right arm behind the back and right leg flexed. The benefits of this exercise are the same as the lizard. So it will continue to enhance eye tracking movements, hand-eye coordination, copying from the blackboard, and physical coordination and athleticism. The symmetrical tonic neck reflex is stimulating by doing the cat exercise. For this exercise, we're going to have your student down on hands and knees, so in a cat position. We want body to stay still during this exercise and have this simply be a head movement. So the student's going to bring their head all the way up, so they're looking up towards the ceiling as far as they can and hold that position for 5 seconds. Then they're going to bring their chin all the way to the chest as far as they can and again hold for 5 seconds. It's important in this exercise to have that range of motion be as big as possible, but we don't want to see body movement happening with this. So watch to make sure that their arms stay straight and strong. We don't want those elbows bending when that chin is coming down. We also don't want that weight shifting back over their heels. So watch to make sure that body position is staying nice and straight and strong. The benefit of this exercise is to help the student develop the ability to shift their eyes from near to far. This is huge in a classroom for doing things like taking notes, following along. So this exercise can really help to enhance learning in a classroom. The tonic labyrinthian reflex is stimulated by doing the cannonball exercise. To get in position for this exercise, we're going to have the student lay on their back. They're going to bring their knees to their chest. They're going to bring their shoulders and head forward, flexing into a tucked position, wrapping their arms around the legs to support and hold that body. So essentially the child is going to tuck into a cannonball. Now for the exercise itself, we want body to really maintain that position. This is simply a head movement. So the student is going to bring their head all the way back as far as they can and hold this position for 15 seconds. Then they're going to bring that chin and tuck chin to chest and hold that tucked position for 15 seconds. This exercise can take a lot of core strength and neck muscles to do. That's actually not the purpose of this exercise. So it's okay to help and hold and support your child as they're doing this. The important part of this exercise is the range of motion of the head. And so again, it's okay to hold and support that head so that the child doesn't have to use those neck muscles. The Moreau startle reflex is stimulated by doing the starfish exercise. To do this exercise, we're going to have your students sit in a chair. And they're going to start in a tucked in position. For this tucked in position, they're going to cross their right leg over their left and place their right hand over their left hand and tuck chin to chest. Then this student is going to pop open to extend out like a starfish, extending out the arms, the legs, as well as extending the head and holding this position for 5 seconds. Then we're going to tuck back in. This time when you tuck back in, you're going to cross left leg over right and place left hand on top of right. Again, tucking chin to chest. And then again, we're going to extend all the way out and continue to repeat this exercise. The benefits of the starfish exercise is to help reduce anxiety in children, calming them from the inside out. This exercise can also help to improve emotional regulation, impulse control, and attention and focus. So as you can imagine, a really important exercise. Curl-ups level 1. At this level, you're going to be giving your student a little bit of assistance to help as those muscles become stronger. The student will be laying on their back, knees bent, feet planted flat on the floor. Using one of your hands, we want you to anchor those feet to the ground so they stay put. The student can have their arms extended straight in front of them, and we want them to sit up, coming to a full sit-up position, and then lay back down. Please repeat this as many times as the student can while maintaining good